Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel, Bow and Arrow Tarot. Before we get into your weekly reading for the sign of Taurus, reminding you all that I'm giving away the Wild Unknown Animal Spirit Deck and Guidebook. Giving this away on March 31st. These are the cards if you haven't seen them before. I will be using them in the reading today. And all you have to do to be eligible is to be subscribed to my channel and to leave me a comment on any of my videos letting me know that you're interested in being in the drawing. And then March 31st, you'll have to check out my channel for the winner video and see if you are the winner. All right, guys, so this is for Taurus. And please do check out also joining my channel if you want to just see what you get. All you have to do is press that join button that is right next to the subscribe button on a video or on my homepage. Just press that button and it'll let you know what you get. There's a little video that comes with it. It's like 2 minutes long and it tells you what you get by being a member. It's only 99 cents a month. And I'm going to be starting a new members-only love series called the Love Bomb Readings. They're going to be monthly readings, so you can go over there and check that out. Go to my community page and check out the announcement for that also. So let's get right into it. Taurus, we have true love. Beautiful. We have honeymoon. Nice. And we have for you new love. So some of you are resonating with new love. Some of you may be going on a honeymoon. Some of you may be recommitting, right? So in the sense of going away together, having time together, honeymoon time, you know, establishing that you are truly in love with someone. So let's get right into your animal spirits. And these are the very same ones that I'm giving away. And I love animal spirits. A lot of times people wonder how can you use, like how to use the message of the animal spirit. Animal spirits come into our lives as energies, events, or people. And what happens is that you're challenged in that area. Now you might either be very balanced with that energy, and so you're exalted and you're reaping all of the rewards and feedback of being balanced in that energy, or you're unbalanced in that energy, and the spirit animal is challenging you, right, to come back more into balance. All right, so that's the way how we use the animal spirit energies to see what we're going through and how to respond to them. All right, Taurus, let's get right into it. Straight out, we have the starfish, water energy. Interesting. We have the fish, more water energy for you, Taurus. And we have the cosmic egg. This is the final card in the deck, and it's associated with the 7th chakra and absolute total completion. So let's get into these before we pull out your spread. So Taurus, the starfish is a beautiful, beautiful animal. It's a water elemental animal spirit. And the starfish is that energy that is resonating when, for instance, you may be somebody who's very, very beautiful. And that beauty is allowing you to, you know, get the things that you need in life. Now, I'm not necessarily saying to any sort of extreme per se. But what I am saying is that, you know, you get things easily. You know, you get through life quite easily. You have a lot of outside beauty, right? But the thing with the starfish, generally being around people like this, they, you know, they can really draw you into beauty. Is quite significant. But oftentimes, if you are dependent on that, right, if you've become accustomed to that, but you really have other things inside of you that you'd like to share with the world, but you worry that, you know, they're not going to be received the same way, right? As if you're, you know, the attitude that you have now, which is really primarily relying on the exterior. You worry that it won't be enough, or you worry that you won't get the same reaction, or you worry sometimes that it will tarnish your beauty and people won't find you as beautiful if you show another side of yourself, right? And that side of yourself, it can be a beautiful thing that you have. You may have a beautiful skill or talent or something like that, but you're just so used to, you know, going through life with the exterior that it's hard for you to sort of show the world who you truly are. And it's really a disservice because we all have something deeper that is much more beautiful than the outside of us that we can share with the world. So it's really a case of self-esteem and courage, really. Having the courage to not rely on the easy route that you have been blessed with, because beauty is a blessing, but to not rely on that to the exclusion of also maybe being more honest about who you truly are, showing really a deeper side to yourself. Now, the fish is water energy, and the fish is associated with people who really are excited about getting caught up in the stream and current of life, right? So these are the type of people who really are sort of like, they never sort of go anywhere. They never sort of like accomplish anything. And when I say go anywhere, they never seem to accomplish or go towards any accomplishment or goal or objective. They do, however, go everywhere because they allow life to sort of just knock them around. And so this is somebody, it's just like, they never sort of put roots down, or they never sort of commit to anything. They may have a great idea, right? They may get swept up in this great idea they have, and it sounds all awesome and wonderful, but then they don't put the work into it, and they don't stick around long enough, because now then some other idea comes along and they're off on that. And so although it's very exciting for them, a lot of times somebody resonates with that, it can feel very exciting to jump from place to place and feel like life is one big adventure. But ultimately what ends up happening with this sort of spirit is that you end up just having a life of disappointments, right? A life lacking any sort of real accomplishments, and a life of not having any sort of real connections with people, having only had tenuous, slippery, temporary relationships with people. And so you find yourself later on in life, if you carry on with this sort of energy, you can find yourself quite alone, and sort of just very, very, very low in terms of confidence and esteem, because you realize you have nothing to show for your life. You haven't achieved anything. So this is an example of where the energy might be, if the energy is this in your life, if you're resonating with this, or somebody in your life is resonating with this. But if you're resonating with this, you've just gotten used to being sort of caught up in the current of life and not stopping. It's not that it's such a bad thing, but that you have to come back into balance. And the way we come back into balance with the fish is that realizing this is what you're dealing with, this is the energy you're dealing with, and starting to commit to at least small accomplishments. Make small commitments to things, right? And make small, just take steps. Don't make huge plans that require a huge amount of commitment. Commit to little things at a time, commit to showing up on time when you go out with somebody, or commit to not, commit to the little things in life that you generally kind of throw out the window, and you'll start to get a sense of having much more control and grounding, and to be able to actually start to take steps working towards bigger and bigger goals. Now, the cosmic egg is the final card in the deck, and it's associated with the 7th chakra, which is the crown chakra. And the cosmic egg is a period, an energy in our lives where we feel complete. Right? We feel complete in a lot of ways. We have accomplished everything that we wanted to on every level. On the earth and material level, we have accomplished what we wanted to. We are at a good place emotionally. We're emotionally happy and healthy. We have a good sense of mentality. We're clear. We're logical. Our minds are not fuzzied with addiction or toxicity, and our spirit is awakened. So it's like a full sense of completion and harmony in all ways. But now, of course, completion on one level or one time in our lives always means that this is now the beginning of something else, something new. And we say the next level because we're humans and we need to think in linear terms, but it's not really the next up or down. It's just another one. And now it's at this moment that we also have within us the most amount of potential, the infinite amount of potential, because we've completed one sort of adventure, I want to say, right? And we're now ready with all that we've accumulated and achieved to now start another one. And so the cosmic egg really talks about tapping now into your limitless potential. Really thinking for yourself in terms of what is it that you want to do now with your life. forgetting everything, that forgetting what you may have or haven't accomplished in the past or whatever. What is it now? Because the potential for you is limitless now. You're about to enter into a new phase. You've reached a certain level in every area of your life where you feel quite complete. And of course, it doesn't stop there. So, the cosmic egg really generally does talk about an expanded level, taking a quantum leap. When you take a quantum leap, it's like everything expands. The potentiality is everywhere. So anything could happen, and your world is sort of open to you. So it's a good energy for some of you. Definitely, I'm going to say the beginning of a new sort of whole new outlook on life or adventure in life. And it's a moment where you really need to sort of remember that these are the times where, the possibilities really are, the potential that you have is at its peak. Because you can desire to do anything. You haven't been constrained by certain steps that you've already initiated. You're just at the very beginning of something. So it's like, you haven't ruined it or you haven't, boxed it in just yet. So the potential is limitless. It's time to really pay attention. All right, guys, let's get into your spread for the week, my lovely Taurus. We are going to go ahead and pull out 3 outlooks for you for this week. And hopefully something will resonate with you, right? I mean, you're here watching the video, so that means something's drawing you here today, Taurus. So I do hope it resonates for you in some way. 3 of Swords, 5 of Cups, and the High Priestess. Well. Strong energy, disappointment, betrayal. You're coming into the week. Some of you, Taurus, have really dealt with some kind of difficult betrayal. I'm going to say that this is probably something that happened in the last few weeks or maybe up to a month, what have you. Maybe even the last several months. But this week you're coming into it and you're really resonating with it. And I think it may be that simply because of your environment, for whatever reason, whoever you're dealing with, is, this is what you're resonating with. This is what you're feeling. This could be very new also. Interestingly enough, you come into the week, and what ends up happening is that I don't think this 5 of Cups is associated with this 3 of Swords necessarily. You come into the week, and some other events come in this week for you, new events, new experiences, people you meet with, and you end up finding yourself really going all the way back to a previous time in your life where you had a lot of regret over a certain relationship. And I think what you're going to have this week is that, although I think these are both past events, like this 3 of Swords, I believe, is either in the recent past or, like I said, in the last couple months, right? But whatever it is you're going through this week, I don't think it's making you remember now this 3 of Swords because you're in the 3 of Swords now. You're in this feeling of being betrayed. And by the way, 3 of Swords a lot of times is considered third-party energy. A lot of people say it's third-party because it's the 3. Truly, the 3 in tarot is actually associated with bonding and loyalty. And you can have bonding and loyalty with 3 people. You can have bonding and loyalty with 4 people, 5 people. You can have bonding and loyalty with a group. 3 of Cups is celebrating bonding with your tribe and your group. But with 3 of Swords, what we have is that it's the part about the significance of the number 3 is that the bond has been broken. Someone has broken the bond, right? So 3 is the number for bonding, loyalty, unity. Something has happened that's broken the bond, that's broken the trust, that's broken the loyalty. Now, cheating on you with another person, yes, that's third-party energy. But your person might have been cheating with 2 or 3 other people. What are we going to call that? Fifth-party energy? It's cheating on you. It's just a symptom of what's something that's deeper. And the reason why I say this is because 3 of Swords can also be relationships where you suddenly with someone who abuses you, right? One day they're very, very nice, and this is why it's a 3 of Swords, because you have a certain amount of trust you've established with this person. You've been with them for a while. You've established a certain amount of trust and loyalty. And then all of a sudden they start abusing you, or they start beating you, or they start being very emotionally abusive, which is totally different than they were before. That is a sense of betrayal. That is a sense of trust being broken, right? Bond being broken, right? And then they go back and they reforge the trust in the bond because they behaved nice, they promise you they won't do it again, and then they do it again. That's a cyclical 3 of Swords. right? And so I say this because I don't want people to see Three of Swords and only ever think of that one situation, which means, oh, they're definitely cheating on us, cheating on you. You know, Three of Swords can be any kind of situation where somebody has broken a certain amount of trust or loyalty or bond that you've already established with them. And that's what makes it hurt the most. Because Three of Swords is almost exclusively with somebody that you know. Either that you're in love with or that's a family member or friend or whatever, because there's already been an initial amount of bonding that has been established. And so when they break that bonding, it hurts our ego and our heart. I take a moment with Three of Swords because I find that it is one of the most oversimplified cards when people are interpreting it. And I think a lot of people miss out on how it could be impacting their lives because they think of it as just narrowly being about third-party energy. In any case, Taurus, you're resonating with this sense of betrayal, okay? Whatever it is in whatever area. Now, this Five of Cups is reminding you of a time in your life before where you were betrayed again. And of course, this is a heartbreaker. So again, it was some kind of betrayal in a relationship. And I said all of that about the Three of Swords because the betrayal or the pain that you are having, revisiting it now this week again, because I think you're having pain because you're already going through the pain here of the betrayal. And now you're being reminded of it having happened before. This could be any kind of betrayal in a relationship. It doesn't have to be cheating. It could have been any kind of betrayal, but it's similar. It's certainly going to be the same as whatever is happening here, right? And what happens is that by the end of the week, Taurus, some of you are resonating with High Priestess energy in a sense that you knew this was going to happen. And the reason why you realized that you knew this was going to happen, you have a real awakening by the end of the week with the High Priestess because you suddenly realize how your intuition has been trying to help you, or you get information that comes into you that sort of reaffirms the fact that your intuition was right the whole time. Because what ends up happening is that when you remember back, you're gonna also, at the same time you're remembering back that you've been through this before, you're also gonna be telling yourself, oh shit, I've been through this before. So I knew this was going to happen. Why did I allow this to happen? Or why did I not stop this, or what have you, right? So this is going to be a real lesson in you following your instincts, following your intuition. And although you come into the week feeling quite, I want to say, quite down and quite upset and hurting, that realization that comes in for you should set you free to a certain degree. Right? It should set you free because not only do you remember that you've been through this before, you should also remember that you've gotten over it before. But more importantly, what the awareness that you're having about the fact that you were right and that you really, going forward now that you're empowered and you know what to look for, and all that it means is that you just really do need to listen to your gut more and listen to your intuitive abilities more, listen to that little voice inside of you more. That's going forward, and that's such a relief because going forward, I think you're going to really understand that this is the last time you get into this situation. Emperor energy, King of Wands, Page of Pentacles, a lot of dynamic masculine energy here. Emperor and King of Wands are the two most similar emperors or masculine energies in the deck, I want to say. The Emperor, of course, is associated with Aries energy. And the King of Wands is also, sometimes Aries, sometimes Sagittarian energy. So these are fiery, fiery, fiery individuals. And you're dealing with that this week, Taurus. Now you're coming in with Emperor for you, for Major Arcana. And so this means that for some of you, Taurus, you are absolutely coming in this week with a sense of authority. You're establishing your authority in a certain area in your life. You're definitely bringing some order, right, to a certain area in your life. The Emperor is the divine masculine, but he is also the card for bringing order to a chaotic situation. Bringing order, bringing a sense of authority, bringing a sense of structure. The Emperor is all about the power base, right? Making sure to establish his power base, his authority. And through this kind of dominating, or I want to say domineering sort of energy, he is able to lead, right? To lead sort of those around him. The Emperor is all about manifesting as well. Of course, the Emperor is one of these he is the ultimate, I mean, you could say sociopath, but you know, he is the ultimate manifester. He has the authority and the ability to not only impose his will, but to have his will done. And he is one of these people, is one of these archetypes that is associated with a lot of success, a high degree of success, a high degree of being able to manifest. And so here you are coming into this week with this kind of energy. So whatever portion of that energy, or if all of it is what you're resonating with, this is what you're coming into the week with. But you're met with a King of Wands. And it's quite interesting because you've met with somebody who's your match, and you're coming into this week and this King of Wands is firmly looking at you. This is definitely going to be an energy that's happening for Taurus out there regarding their career or their business or whatever area in their life they have this very substantial and sort of material authority in. So this could be any kind of path. It doesn't just have to be like a career. It could be just something that you are involved in, that you put your energy in a real way, that you have authority in. In either case, whatever it is, even if it's activist work, right? Or it's social work, it's volunteer work, it's a career, it's a business, whatever it is, or if you're an artist, whatever the case is, this King of Wands that you're coming up against this week is somebody who's equally as authoritative as you, equally as successful. However, they are much more geared towards a vision. Right? So King of Wands is much more geared towards accomplishing a particular vision. He doesn't have that much interest in actually dominating anybody or controlling anybody in the same way that the Emperor does. The Emperor wants to rule. He wants to have authority. The King of Wands naturally is a leader, but he's a leader because he's a leader by example. People naturally want to follow him, but his energy is not necessarily geared towards asserting his control or authority over anyone else. He is, however, a man of vision. And if his vision involves control over others, then of course that's what he's going to work towards. But ultimately, he's a visionary. And so you two coming together is going to be very interesting because by the end of the week, you resonate with the Page of Pentacles, which indicates, Taurus, that this is going to be the beginning of a really intensive working relationship, I think. You guys are going to come together, and by the end of the week, Page of Pentacles really indicates overcoming fear in that suit. So it's also the grounding, right? So because pages are always earth. So Page of Pentacles, it's like you overcome maybe the fear of working with this type of individual and vice versa. But whatever the case is, you come together, and it comes together in a very harmonious way. It almost feels like cosmic egg energy, because it's like this coming together is like almost the completion and pinnacle of where you're at now. And so now it's time for you both to sort of move forward and create a whole new sort of vision, right? And you hit the ground running with that Page of Pentacles, because Page of Pentacles is all about like, oh, okay, let's do this. Let's plan this. Let's figure this out. Very, very active, very strong energy, Taurus. And there's your Ace of Pentacles. Wow, Lover and the Chariot. So this is the final spread. Some of you are coming into this week with a huge golden opportunity. Everything around you is an opportunity right now for you to increase your abundance. And by the way, Taurus, you have been coming out on my channel over and over and over again with Pentacles energy. Strong abundance coming in. Financial sort of stability coming in. Very, very good. Very strong. And so Ace of Pentacles comes in for you right here. No surprise. And this means that right now, either you have a golden opportunity once again falling in your lap. And these are opportunities. These are not just, I'm not talking about lottery tickets that win. Aces are always about the vast potentiality of that suit being available, right? So Ace of Pentacles is you have a potential for some opportunity in your life to either be, it is going to be a golden opportunity if you approach it right, or you just are having this energy of the Midas touch, meaning everything you're touching right now, you're turning into a golden opportunity. Either case, you're resonating with this. You come into the week and the energies that you meet resonate with Lovers. So absolutely, as you are, part of this abundance coming in and this path that you are on it, leads you smack dab into a lover's connection. This is a strong soulmate connection right away. For some of you, this could be a new love connection, right? Or it could be a true love in the sense that you're meeting with somebody you have been dealing with lately, but this week is the week that you come together and realize that it is in fact true love. We have two major arcana and an ace, right? So strong reading, cosmic egg energy is here. By the end of the week, you round off with the Chariot. Now, the chariot is all about laying the groundwork and the foundation and the steps for a new path to a life goal. This could be preparing for a whole new stage in life, a whole new adventure in life, a whole new objective, right? That's what the chariot is all about, having that vision. The chariot has this vision, but he's about wanting to get everything ready so that when he is ready to get on his road, get on his path, he has everything that he needs. You can see that the chariot a lot of times is associated with motion and tarot and movement. But here we see the chariot isn't moving just yet. So a lot of this energy with the chariot is what we're talking about is that revving of the engine. Yes, once the chariot is engaged, it will not stop. So oftentimes it will not stop. They're always chariots because they generally don't turn very easily, right? They stay on that path. They don't have a pivoting sort of wheel. And it's like... so they stay on it, but the chariot also indicates this sort of energy right before you begin, where you're feeling excited, you know you're about to go into something new, and you're really preparing yourself the best way you can. I sort of, sometimes I relate it to like when you're pregnant, you know that in about 9 months, your life is going to change. And it's like you're doing everything you can in this period of time to prepare. You can't completely prepare, but you're preparing. It's almost like that. And that's the closest way I can describe it. But here you are. And that can happen certainly when you come together with somebody. It's like all of a sudden, you know your life is about to change. You're with this person. You have this new money coming in. And it's so like now you're at the stage where you're trying to get everything ready and prepared so that when your life really clicks into this new gear, it's running down the road that you set out for it. All right, guys, I'm going to leave it at that for my lovely Taurus. I need a drink of coffee. I'm starting to lose my voice. March 29th to April 5th is this reading. Don't forget to let me know if you're interested in the Wild Unknown Animal Spirit Deck and Guidebook by leaving me a comment and subscribing to my channel. When you subscribe, consider joining. It's only 99 cents a month and you get a bunch of perks. Check out my community page. I have a bunch of messages there about what I'm offering to my members. If we can reach my membership drive goal of only 100 members by next week. I have 15,000 subscribers. If only 100 of you can become members, then we have a whole new series for members only. Very, very cool. So I'm just going to say, Taurus, I hope you have a wonderful week. I hope you stay safe and healthy and kind to each other. Thank you so much for stopping by. Thank you for all your support. I appreciate anybody who stops by and watches my videos. I appreciate all you subscribers and, of course, my new members. Thank you all so much. But for right now, have a great week, and I'll see you next week for your general weekly outlook. Bye-bye, Taurus.